Hey guys, it's Kenneth, and welcome to part 2 of my tutorial on how I play Switchfoot song Only Hope. Thank you for watching. There we go. Okay, so we ended with learning the introduction in part 1. Part 2 would be the chorus. There are, in my cover, I play it like this. My head back down. Sometimes I see him play a B there. My head back. So it just basically depends. Yeah, I guess I'll show you both ways though. So that would be an E number 3 or whatever it's called. It's this chord. It's basically a power chord shifted down a string. So your first finger is on the 7th fret of the A string. Your 3rd and 4th fingers are on the 9th frets of the D and G strings respectively. Very cool chord because it's very versatile. You can play a B. So we'll learn more about that. You can play a B, C sharp minor. You can play a D over E. So this form is very cool. So on a from there, what you're gonna do is leave your 2nd finger where it is and shift all of your other fingers up a string this way, keeping them on the same frets. Bam. And that is a B over E, or yeah, whatever you want to call it. So from here, lay my head back, and then you're gonna shift the whole fingerings, or the whole chord, down 2 frets this way. 1, 2. That's an A over E, or A, whatever, A open, whatever you want to call it. Then go up to yeah. After that, in the record, he doesn't change to a B, but I think sometimes when he plays it live on acoustic guitar by himself, he does go back to B. So I'll lay my head back down. Right there, that B. Some people just stay there, or he might just stay there. And I lift, go back to that E. My B and to B. Here's that C sharp minor you heard about before. It's exactly the same as that E. E number 3, whatever you want to call it, and but you shift it down 3 frets. 1, 2, 3, and there's. You'll notice I'll muffle the top E string. You can play it just like that. I just don't like the E, so I muffle it. Pray to C sharp minor to be only yours. Back to the A. Pray to be C sharp minor yours. Oh yeah, and forgot, of course, the cool C over E. You're gonna shift down that whole thing down 1 fret that way. I know now you're my only. Then you hope, on hope, you go back to the intro. So it's very, very basic, very simple chorus. You'll get it in no time. So E number 3, you take. I'll just run that. That's fine. So E number 3. For the B, you just shift all of your fingers except for the 2nd finger up this way, 1 string. For the B, shift everything down to the 2 frets for the A. Take this E number 3, shift it down 3 frets that way for the C sharp minor. A, C sharp minor, and then back 1 fret that way for the C over E. Yeah, and then after that, he does. In my cover, I went back to this for the bridge between the chorus. The bridge between the bridge and the 3rd chorus. So I went back to this. But I think he does do this. You know, sometimes he does that. So, what I think he's playing there, or what's pretty close enough, it's just basically the same chords that you're playing in the introduction. So if you're playing E minor to a G to a B minor to an E minor to a C, a G, a C, and a B. I believe it's a B major, not a B minor. So, but he just plays a power chord, so you can't really tell. But as far as the bridge, it's exactly the same form as the introduction. Although he could be playing this slightly different. He could be playing it there or there on the B minor. But yeah, so yeah, for the I think I'll shift it this way because it's easier to see. What I do is, well, what I now do because I've listened to it is, you take those first 3 notes in the introduction, and you play the A string, followed by the G and D strings together, and you play those together. So what I'm doing is I'm picking that A string, and then I'm picking the D string, and I'm picking the G string with my fingers. So I'm using the pick for the D string and using my middle finger for middle finger for the G string. So it'd be this for the very first, and then I would go down to that same G that we had before. I'd play the bass, and then the D and G strings, or the A and G strings, depending on what you would like, to your satisfaction. Then you'd go up to here. There's probably a couple ways you could play this, but your third finger would go. I would put it on my 7th fret of the top E string, first finger 5th fret D string, and 4th finger D string, 7th fret. And I'm playing the E, A and D together. E, A and D. And then I go down to the E minor, the one we learned before, and I'm playing those together. So, and then you can probably find any C over G or G, C, B. So it's up to you. That's what I'm hearing. Oh yeah, for the B, you could also be playing it how you do in the introduction. It could be that as well. So what you would be doing is, although it's a little bit harder, you'd be borrowing the top 3 strings of the 7th fret, and then your third finger would go on the A string 9th fret. And you'd be playing the top string, which is the E string, and then the A and D together. And then it would look like this if you're... So that's what I'm doing. To get a good look, I'm just using both. So from here. Oh yeah, just in case you're wondering, I'm using a C over G, so my 3 and 4 fingers go on the 3rd fret of the B and E strings, and then I play a C over G, so it's a C. My 3rd finger goes on the 3rd fret of the A string, and my first finger goes on the 2nd fret of the D string. So I'm playing any combination of those, and then the G over G, the G. So, see, there. So yeah, then I guess in part 3 we'll be going on to the, bridge, or that's part of the bridge, but, well, let's see, kind of like the instrumental bridge. So, yeah, part 3 coming up, and we should be finished up in part 3. Thanks for watching.